What is going on, guys? Joel here, back with another video, and today we are checking out one of Apple's latest smartphones, the new iPhone SE. This has been rumored for quite some time and it's finally here, but if you recall, several years ago, Apple also launched another iPhone SE model, but this latest one is a little different. At first glance, you'd think this is an iPhone 8 as it resembles it a lot, and actually exterior wise, it definitely is that. You still have that aluminum body with the glass back, a 4.7-inch Retina HD display with a resolution of 1334 by 750, so it is identical to the iPhone 8. And on top, you still have that big forehead where a 7-megapixel front camera sensor sits, which again is going to be identical to the iPhone 8 model. At the bottom, you have the chin where the home button and fingerprint sensor sits, which is known as Touch ID for unlocking your device. This does mean, of course, you don't have Face ID at all on this iPhone SE model, but with the current state that the world has been going through in this pandemic and COVID-19, and many required to wear masks, having the fingerprint scanner has actually been a better option than having Face ID, because if you're wearing a mask, Face ID cannot detect you, but with a fingerprint, it's easy to unlock your device. But where it sets itself apart from the iPhone 8 is internally. This iPhone SE packs the latest A13 Bionic chip processor that you'll find in the more expensive iPhone 11 and 11 Pro models. So you'll have a fluid experience when using this phone for sure, whether you are playing games, launching apps, or just browsing through the phone. It definitely feels fluid in comparison to the iPhone 11, so that Bionic chip does improve the experience when using this device. I did try some gaming on this, like a racing game, and also popular games like Fortnite and Call of Duty Mobile, like you see here. And for things like Call of Duty, where you're playing multiplayer and it gets pretty intensive with all the shooting, bullets, and all that going on, this iPhone SE and that A13 Bionic chip seems to be running it with no problems at all. Though the iPhone SE might not be ideal to game on because it's such a small screen compared to the other iPhones, you can pretty much guarantee, because of that beastly A13 Bionic chip in this, it can run pretty much anything that you throw at it with little to no issues. Now on the back, you do get a 12 megapixel camera sensor, just one camera, unlike the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro that uses a dual camera or triple camera on those devices. But the single camera, it is actually using the iPhone 8 camera sensor, the same one, but with the powerful A13 Bionic chip inside and iOS 13, it's able to produce better quality photos. I actually did a little demo comparison between the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone SE here and show you some of the differences in quality of the photos, and I think it came out pretty good. It's a solid camera, especially comparing it to something that cost over $1,000. What do you think? Is there much of a difference that you can tell? I think this camera can definitely go against those high-end phones, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, because it does have that powerful A13 chip inside, not only do you get improved photo quality, but you also now can do portrait mode with this single camera lens. So when taking a photo in this portrait mode, it will blur out the background while it focuses on the subject. Unfortunately, portrait mode only works when you're taking photos of humans, so you can't take those photos of just random objects or your pets and get that nice blurry background like you can on the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. Video wise though, this 12 megapixel camera sensor can record video up to 4K up to 60 frames per second, which is pretty nice that this little device can do such recording. Now, this latest iPhone SE model is also water and dust resistant up to 1 meter for up to 30 minutes. And lastly is the battery life on this guy. Apple states you can watch up to 13 hours of video on a single charge, and from using it over a week now, the battery does not compare anything to the iPhone 11 for sure, because I know with the iPhone 11 I can go a full day and I'll still have battery by the end of the night. But when I use the iPhone SE, I could be at a full 100% around 8 or 9 a.m. when I wake up in the morning, and around 5 p.m. in the evening, I'll be at, if not close to, 20% battery. So during this time of testing, I was streaming a lot of music, texting, social media, and using GPS. Now this seems about average from past iPhones, especially like the iPhone 8 that it resembles. But when it is time to recharge, with the iPhone SE having a glass back, you can wirelessly charge it as it supports Qi enabled chargers. Or if you want something a little faster, maybe you're in a time crunch, if you have an 18-watt power delivery fast charger like the one Apple sells, you can fast charge from 0% to 50% battery in just 30 minutes, which is great that it supports that. Unfortunately, this 18-watt adapter doesn't come included in the box because you still get that same old 5-watt charger. Now, whether you are a fan of Apple or not, one thing you can't deny is the future proof of their devices. What I mean by that is that with this iPhone SE, just like other iPhone models, you can expect this to be somewhat future proof because you will still receive software updates for up to 4 to 5 years down the road before you can't update your iPhone anymore. Now, you can't really say that for many Android devices out there, and that's one thing I really enjoy about iPhones. But speaking about future proof, this iPhone SE also supports the latest Wi-Fi 6. So if you have a Wi-Fi 6 network set up at home or at work, this device is ready for it and it's able to take advantage of those speeds. Now, when it comes to cellular options, it doesn't support 5G, of course, which is a given since the iPhone 11 didn't support it as well, but it does support gigabit class LTE, so you will get some fast download speeds depending on your carrier. And one last thing to note is that this is also dual SIM, just like the iPhone 11. So it supports a physical SIM and an eSIM, enabling you to have 2 separate phone numbers on the iPhone SE. Now, overall, after using the iPhone SE 2nd gen for a little bit over a week and knowing what it offers, I can definitely say it's a no-brainer to upgrade to the SE if you're an iPhone 8 user or older and still want to keep that same size and form factor. Or if you're in the market of a new iPhone, you don't care about all the fancy new features like Face ID, that all-screen display, and things like that on the iPhone 11 devices, and you don't want to spend several hundred or even $1,000+ because this iPhone SE starts at $399 for a 64GB model, which right now is the most affordable iPhone yet. Now, there is a 128GB model for $50 more, or you can even opt for a 256GB model that goes for $550. Now, the color options it comes in is in this white with the black front, which I'm a big fan of, and you can also get it in a all black or product red. Now, even though it has a dated design, it definitely packs some power because it has the same exact chip as the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro, which is that 813 Bionic chip, which is a powerful processor. But personally, I'm a fan of an all-screen display like the iPhone 11. But then again, I'm definitely a fan of the form factor on this SE. It's compact, lightweight, and thin. Hopefully in the future, they'll bring some type of all-screen design to this iPhone SE. I think that would be a sweet spot for many. But other than that, I'd like to know your thoughts. Is this new iPhone SE something you're in the market of getting? Does size really matter to you? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button as it not only lets me know that you enjoyed it, but it also shows support to the channel. I'm on social media like Twitter, Instagram, and things like that, which I will leave in the description down below if you want to get a conversation going or if you want to keep up with the latest. And lastly, if you feel like being awesome, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. That way you're notified every time I drop a new video. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate your support very much. That's going to wrap it up for this video, but I'll catch you all on the next one. All right. Peace.